And hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, elves and zebras, gypsies and the she. Sorry about that. I forgot to put the camera up before I did this. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about that bigoted, racist, homophobe, Nazi Donald Trump. Now, do I believe he's all those things? No. I think he's a misogynist, but so was Bill Clinton. Actually, Bill Clinton was a whole lot worse. There's definite evidence of him raping women. So, Anyway, so I want to talk about a couple of things. First, what? Oh. First, I want to talk about the great Jack Johnson. Now, I'm a Jack Dempsey fan. Always have been. Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved Jack Dempsey. I think he was the greatest fighter there ever was. I'm looking here. I don't see date. 1915. Well, he fought a fight in 1915, so he probably wasn't fighting or may have been in prison when Jack Dempsey was fighting. Because I think Jack Dempsey did the 40s and 50s or the 50s. But that's John, one of our cats. Anyway, Donald Trump pardoned this man. It was, a long time ago. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to find when this happened. Actually, a friend of mine on Facebook shared the Jack Johnson Jess Willard fight, 100th anniversary fight. Gosh, now that actually makes me feel pretty old because I knew somebody whose husband helped build the Panama Canal. I knew somebody who saw, they didn't meet him, but they saw, and this little kitty right here, her name is Misty, and she has some nasty smelling gas. Anyway, I knew somebody who saw Bonnie and Clyde. So I have that age to me. Anyway, after 3 minutes. So if Donald Trump is so racist and bigoted and all that, why did he pardon Mr. Johnson when Obama didn't do it? Of course, the Bushes didn't do it. Reagan didn't do it. Clinton didn't do it. And Obama didn't do it. Of course, Obama was actually a white guy, not a black guy. His dad was black, but he grew up with his mother who was white. And most of his friends growing up were white, except when he was in Asia. Then they were probably mostly Asian. But I actually consider Obama to be an extreme racist. But if Trump hates black people or people of color so much, why would he bother pardoning this person? Why would he have people like that in his administration? So I want to say, I don't think I ever knew or met anyone that saw Jack Dempsey fight. And I could be wrong, but I don't remember anybody telling me about that. He wrote at least 2 books, and I would love to get a copy of them. They have them on Amazon, but I don't. They're not like top priority books for me. And what I really should do before I buy any more books is get glasses, because I can't freaking read anything. Now, I use these cheap reading glasses, but that's exactly what they are, cheap reading glasses. And I had my last eye exam was over a year ago, almost a year and a half ago. So, or was it 2 years ago? Gosh. 2.5 years ago. I think it was 1.5 years ago. But so I have to go back to the eye doctor to get my eyes looked at, but so I can get a prescription for my lenses. But the reason I don't have glasses is because they're expensive. They're freaking expensive. And to buy a pair of glasses, the ones I can afford, which are the cheapest ones, they don't really last. You really have to handle them with care. But yeah, John keeps getting out of the house, and so also I saw this thing on Facebook. I don't even remember the I think it's the AG, the Attorney General. He hates marijuana for some reason. I think he's in the pockets of Big Pharma, but I don't know. But let me tell you something. If things get as bad, okay. If things get as bad as they were and as bad as they still are in some places, I'll just grow my own. For those who remember the Peter, Paul and Mary song, yes, I'm that old. The Garden Song. There's a line in there about you have to grow your own. And because of where we live, let me tell you, I can go out and I can grow a little garden and nobody would ever find it, except by accident. Dense forest. When I say dense forest, the forest is everywhere. You have dense forest, you have hills and mountains, mostly mountains. And I'd have to find a clearing, but I could do it. You don't need a big clearing. I forget the guy's name. He ran for something back in Texas. Was it Attorney General that he was running for or something? He used to be the #1 drug cop in the whole country. And then he went, so not really in the other direction, but now he's a stoner. I've been a stoner since I was a teenager. Since I was 14 years old. And the person that turned me on, she worked for a drug rehab program. An inpatient drug rehab program. But I wasn't in that program. I had never done anything before. And I went over to her place and, let's just say, smoked a little cannabis. And, yeah, I remember the person's name, too. And you know what? I might actually try and see if I can find anything about her. But, anyway, so yeah, I mean, I've been a stoner since I was a teen. And, things get bad again, I'll just grow my own. And I'll make sure it's difficult to find. There are ways to camouflage things and all that, but Jack Johnson, I am glad he's been pardoned. And the white racist Nazi president is the one who did it. And for those who don't know, Jack Johnson was a black man. Jack Dempsey was a white boy, a white man. But Jack Johnson was a black man, and it was a white racist Nazi president, white racist, male misogynist Nazi president that pardoned him. Obama never did it. Of course, there were also, under Obama, wars were constant, just, throughout his presidency. More people were killed by drone strikes, bombings, invasions, etc., under the Obama administration than under both Bushes. That's an interesting fact. I just found that out today. But anyway, these endless wars. I'm tired of them. Sick and tired of them. But anyway, so those are two subjects. Oh, Ronaldo. That's not technically his name. I call him Ronaldo. I think a lot of people call him Ronaldo. He plays footy for Brazil, or he retired in January. He's marrying two women. He's marrying two women. I guess you can do that in Brazil. I don't know. I don't know if Brazil's going to be in World Cup this year. Gosh, I cannot wait for World Cup. That's like the only sport I care about, and it only doesn't come around but every few years. And I don't know if Ireland's in it. I don't think they are. Last time I checked, I didn't see them. Spain. If Ireland doesn't win, then Spain needs to win. Break the curse. So I guess that's all I have to say.